I don't know. Maybe I do cover
Do you
that.
agree with?
Mamdani skipped out on the Israeli Day Parade in New York, and people freaked the fuck out over this for no reason because obviously they're Islamophobic. There's a lot going on, but
Mr. Netanyahu's statement?
I am not going to echo the words of Benjamin Netanyahu. I can, however, share my own words and say them right here. What has been so infuriating to me and to so many New Yorkers, frankly, is Benjamin Netanyahu's use of the hostages as a justification to continue a war that has only continued to endanger the lives of those very hostages, as well as of so many Palestinians. And to have a mayor who went to the United Nations,
Eric Adams,
to watch his address and then thank Benjamin Netanyahu for defending the Western world and our way of life. Those are the words that Eric Adams shared. I can't even begin to explain the offense that brings to New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs.
This was a while ago, but yeah.
New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani causing outrage with his decision to skip the annual Israel.
Big Apple Mayor.
Yep, Israel Day Parade. Every single mayor's been there, and there's a reason why. It's because a lot of them are backed by Israel, and since Mamdani isn't, he's not gonna go because fuck Israel.
As you see there, takes part in it. But Mamdani is boycotting the festivities because of his opposition to Israel. He is the city's first Muslim mayor and as an outspoken supporter of the Palestinian cause, he says he will just not take part.
I said on the campaign trail that I wouldn't be attending the parade, and I've made my views on the Israeli government abundantly clear. And I also said on that same campaign that I would have a responsibility as the mayor of the city to ensure the safety and security of each.
And he does care about anti-Semitism. Like, he cares a lot about it. It is very obvious that he cares about hate crimes across the aisle.
In every New Yorker.
His absence comes amid a skyrocketing number of anti-Semitic incidents and attacks in the city. And
there are more anti-Islamic and Islamophobia going on in New York City than anti-Semitic
across the country.
And I don't want to compare because anti-Semitism and Islamophobia are both really fucking bad. But you got to make a point to, like, both are happening. And there is a lot of Jewish people in New York. Mamdani's doing the best he can for you guys. And you guys are got to stop pushing against him.
Former New York State Assemblyman Dov Hikind, who now heads the group Americans Against Anti-Semitism, says Mamdani boycotting the parade sends the wrong message. And Hikind says he worries about Jewish New Yorkers because of the mayor's stance.
Jewish New Yorkers hate Israel as much as Mamdani does.
Things are out of control in New York in terms of Jew hatred. What happened in Midwood recently, in Manhattan, ongoing, the numbers of just keep on increasing, and Mamdani is part of the problem.
Well, New York City Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, who is Jewish, will represent the administration, and she is one of the honorary grand marshals of the parade. The commissioner said, quote, "It's the mayor's decision not to march, and it is my decision to march proudly." John?
That pretty much sums it all up. All right, Eric Shawn for us. Eric, thank you. Sandra?
Great, thank you. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon is speaking out now about his private meeting with New York City
he looks
Mayor
like such a pedophile, man. I'm sorry.
Saying that he pressed the mayor on the importance of getting things done over ideological purity.
I had a great meeting with Mamdani. It was pleasant, but I said everything I want to say. I've seen mayors grow into the job. I mean, he's running a city of 300,000 employees now. He's never had a job like that. I've seen mayors who they fail abysmally because they can't administer themselves out of a paper bag, or ideology blinds them to practical.
He has done more in his less than a year of being mayor than Eric Adams has done his entire lifetime as mayor.
Realistic, real world policy.
Very interesting. FBN anchor David Asman is here, and Lou Bassanese, Fox News contributor. Welcome to both of you.
Hey,
I have so much I want to say.
Mamdani
I wanted to see this.
Clear where he stands with Israel. Mamdani is opting to skip out on this weekend's Israel Day Parade and will be the first New York City mayor to skip the event in more than 60 years.
I said on the campaign trail.
Yeah, we already saw this.
Safety and security determine whether or not.
The parade 3 times, and you'll be out there on
God, they all look so psychopathic, man. Spent morning with controversial pro-Palestinian YouTuber Miss Rachel at school event.
Khalil for dinner at the Gracie Mansion and even met with a radical anti-Israel leader. So here to discuss this is pro-Israel activist Lizzie Skavetsky, who previously served as the Grand Marshal for the Israel Day Parade.
This woman wants brown children dead so badly.
3 times, and you'll be.
That's why she looks so psychopathic. She's the ex-Grand Marshal of the pro. This is starting to make sense.
Can you believe what he said? Why isn't he going there? This is the largest.
Because he's not pro-genocide.
Population of Jewish people outside of Israel, right here in his city.
I can absolutely believe that he's not going to attend because he's told us who he was from the beginning. He's never kept it a secret. I do want to make it clear that you cannot say that you support the Jewish community and don't support Israel and don't support Israel's right to exist.
This is the biggest. This is like the most work. Like tying Israel to the Jewish community is one of the most groundbreaking advances that Israel's ever made, because it prevents you from being anti-Semitic and anti-Israel, or it prevents you from being anti-Semitic or pro-Jewish and while being anti-Israel, even though they're completely different entities. There are many more people living there. If you take the combination of all Jewish people living outside of Israel, it is a lot more people outside of Israel than in Israel that are Jewish. Jewish people live everywhere on the corner of the earth, and most of them despise Israel. Until especially after they learn about what Israel's done. What's his name? The fucking weed guy. Actor. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I still have a fucking migraine from 2 days ago. Seth Rogen. Even after because you're taught oh, Israel's a great place, but once you learn how much of an evil fucking country they are and how Israel's anti-Jewish, they don't follow any teachings of Judaism. It's very clear and easy to see once you read up on everything. Even boomers and Gen Xers are going anti-Israel, and they're some of the most pro-Israel people on earth.
Mamdani has said.
But yeah, trying to separate Israel and Judaism is one of the hardest tasks you could do. And Mamdani has a huge monumental task in front of him. I think he's doing a great job so far.
The Jewish people and the state of Israel are inextricably linked. We face Jerusalem when we pray. We mention Israel over 50 times in our daily prayers. We are one and the same. So you can't support
Christians and Muslims do the same.
Right to the state of Israel.
Well, not praying in the direction, but or Muslims.
He got rid of safety protections for the Jewish community on day one of taking office.
No, he didn't.
He got rid of the definition.
What do you mean? How did he get rid of the protections?
He signed an executive order that got rid of our previous mayor, Mayor Eric Adams' executive order to create buffer zones outside of our religious institutions. And we've seen, this taking over our city, the chaos of these protesters. There is a preschool.
Did Mamdani remove safety for... Yippee! Thank you for the sub, Distance. Yorkers. But his administration did eliminate key policies and protections enhanced by his predecessor, which sparked significant debate. Revocation of anti-BDS and anti-Semitism executive order. Since the first day, Mayor Mamdani rescinded the executive orders from Mayor Eric Adams that included the city's adoption of International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance definitions for anti-Semitism, listed restrictions on boycotting Israel. So he lifted restrictions on boycotting Israel, and then the IHRA's definition of anti-Semitism was saying you're anti-Israeli. So yeah.
On the Upper East Side, that a Jewish preschool that had to let the kids out early because they couldn't keep them safe from the protesters. And our mayor is fine with this.
Yes. Is he anti-Semitic?
No.
Absolutely. There's no question about it. He, on this network, when he was campaigning, went on Martha McCallum's show and said that he had no opinions on whether Hamas should disarm. No opinions on a terrorist organization that rapes, murders.
She's describing Israel right now, guys.
Kidnaps innocent men, women, and children, but plenty of opinions on the state of Israel because it is a Jewish state. Mamdani is an anti-Semite. His father, Mahmoud Mamdani, is an anti-Semite. He was one of the lead organizers at Columbia University's campus encampment. His wife, Rama Douaji, is an anti-Semite. She was celebrating the October 7th massacre with her Instagram activity, and her Spotify music account has lyrics like greedy Jews. They are all anti-Semites, and the problem is that
Literally could be a million songs saying greedy Jews.
they don't just hate Israel, they hate America. And this is a growing trend within the Democratic Party. And that's what I fear.
Yeah, I want to dive into that a little bit.
They want to connect Israel to Judaism and then Israel to America. That an attack on Israel is an attack on America because they want infinite money to supply that nation. Israel knows how fucked over. If Israel didn't have American backing, it would instantly be erased off the map. Because no other country on earth besides America likes Israel. And America barely likes Israel.
What's going on with the Democratic Party, and where do the Jewish people? The majority of Jewish people have always voted Democratic. Is that changing, and what is happening with the trend in the Democratic Party?
More and more people. I'm from Texas, and the Jewish community where I'm from actually historically very progressive, liberal. But more and more people are turning to Fox News and saying, I feel abandoned by the Democratic Party. I feel like I'm being fed propaganda by the legacy media. There is no place for support for Israel within the Democratic Party. So how do we reconcile that?
The Democrat Party, the party that notoriously lost sections of the 2024 election for not condemning Israel, for being pro-Israeli. The Kamala Harris administration was pro-Israel, and that's why they lost a lot of their constituency.
As Jewish people. And I think a lot of people are starting to feel politically homeless and making the move over to the Republican Party. But, the extremes on both sides are dangerous for the Jewish people. And I think we're living in a lot of fear right now, knowing that, we don't know what's to come. If the wrong person gets into power and doesn't support Israel and doesn't support our community, it's just history repeating itself.
And you'll be at the parade on Sunday?
I will. And I wanted to just say that this is the largest showing of Jewish pride in New York City annually. And every Jewish person and supporters of Jewish people, please show up. We need you more than ever.
Lizzie, thank you so much.
Yep. That's Mamdani for you, anti-Semite. It's such a good move of him not to go to the Israeli Day Parade. Like, genuinely, such a good move by him. I genuinely think it's the right move. Even if you're like, but Mamdani needs to show that he does. Mamdani takes every opportunity and every chance possible to show that he supports Jewish New Yorkers. He goes to synagogues. He talks to religious leaders in the Jewish community. He does everything he can possibly to show that he supports the Jewish community. He's vehemently against anti-Semitism, but he's also against Islamophobia, homophobia. He's against discrimination on any portion of race, religion, gender, sex, anything, which Israel doesn't like because obviously Israel is homophobic, transphobic, racist, Islamophobic, X, Y, and Z. Israel has so much money in this, man. So much money. If you could have a cent or a percentage of how much money Israel had, you could fix a lot of the world's problems. But they love to just murder innocent people.